Hello and welcome back to my channel. Lately, I have noticed that you guys really enjoy my trans content, so I'm gonna give you guys what you want, and that's more trans content. But I was searching for some stuff on the internet, and I came across this video from a few years ago, and I'm surprised I haven't found it yet because it is really, really bad. It's by this TFP Student Action. I don't know what that means. Trans frat parties, maybe. Let me go ahead and start this video for you now so you can sit back, relax, hate this with me.
It's time to fight back against transgenderism.
That right there, I could even make a whole 10-minute video on that 10-second clip because that's how awful I thought it was.
But I can go to any liberal campus and claim that I'm a woman, and students would agree with me. But if I were to go to a campus with a banner saying God created them, male and female, and distribute flyers against the evils of transgenderism, I would get a pretty negative response.
Okay, because there's a giant difference in between telling someone you're a woman and then pushing your religious beliefs on somebody.
What can you say to these unhinged, screaming liberals? Well, I'm going to give you 10 reasons that totally debunk this transgender madness.
I missed that when I was watching it before, this transgender madness. What the fuck?
Number 1, transgenderism.
The fuck with the sound effect.
Transgenderism is tyrannical.
In one fell swoop, the federal government imposed transgender bathrooms on all schools in the nation. And the states that opposed the measure were threatened with severe penalties, such as the loss of federal funding.
I like how he states that, but there's absolutely no... I want to see that. I want to see that on paper. If you're going to blast me with your facts, I want it on paper. Right now. Right now.
It fuels child abuse. Transgenderism is especially harmful to children. According to the American College of Pediatricians, conditioning children into believing that a lifetime of chemical and surgical impersonation of the opposite sex is normal and healthful is child abuse.
Anybody with a brain would say the same thing. If you try to convince your child that they're something they are not, and then you make them do things because they believe that they are this way, yeah, that's pretty child abuse. Take Gypsy Rose, for example. That's also child abuse. But being transgender is not child abuse. Making your child think they are transgender and pushing it on them, I would say yes.
This in turn virtually ensures that they will choose a lifetime of carcinogenic and otherwise toxic cross-sex hormones and likely consider unnecessary surgical mutilation of their healthy body parts as young adults.
Oh, God, the mutilation. God, the mutilation. Isn't changing anything you have mutilation. You want braces? That's too bad. You were born that way. You can't get braces. Love your teeth the way they are. Alright? I don't care if you're missing 10. People get new noses all the time. Why can't people get new dicks? And also carcinogenic. I have cancer because I'm trans. I'm pretty sure everything has an effect on our body and everything can be cancer causing. Maybe the McDonald's you go to, maybe the processed food that you're eating. Do you use deodorant? Well, you know what? Guess what? Probably carcinogenic. The air you're breathing on this state, on this country, it's carcinogenic, there's pollution. So you know what? Why not add a little bit more? Why can't I add a little bit more? Just a little bit. A little shot.
It contradicts biology and science.
Gender ideology contradicts basic biology.
It contradicts biology and science. Oh my god. All three of these guys seem like they would be spectacular in bed. They've got the looks, they've got the brains, they've got the logic. And you know what else they have? The biology. And that's what matters.
Biological sex cannot change.
Those who embrace the transgender ideology pretend that men can morph into women or that women can morph into men, but their claim is false.
That was a strong point. Ended strong. Very, very strong-willed man. That is false. What? You want me to do it again, but with less emotion? Oh, alright. That is false. It's still too much? Okay, alright. Okay. That is false.
Every single cell in our body is stamped with our biological sex. and nothing can change that reality.
Every single cell in our body is stamped with our biological sex.
You're transgender? Nope. Too bad. Your cells have already been stamped. Cannot turn that Y into an X, friend.
It warps manhood and womanhood.
It's bizarre, but transgender ideology claims that biological reality does not determine one's sex. Feelings do. Therefore, the differences between male and female, much like the clothing we wear, are separate from our identity and are constantly in flux.
This guy reminds me of Gabe from The Office. Speaking of other people, I think this guy wants to be Ben Shapiro very bad. All you had to say was facts over feelings, and then you could have ended it there. That's all you could have said.
Here we see how the homosexual, transgender, and feminist movements are allied. They share the same final goal, the destruction of male and female.
Why just the homosexual transgender? What do you mean? I thought we hated all of them.
It destroys reason.
Part of logic and reason is the idea that things do have a purpose. The purpose of our eyes is to allow us to see. The wings of a bald eagle, for example, provide it with flight. Likewise, the primary purpose of human sexuality is procreation. However, transgenderism, like homosexuality and feminism, deny this principle.
Not every single person wants to procreate, by the way, friend. Where did feminism come from? Why are the feminists bad? Why is that bad? Isn't feminism people who want women's rights?
Transgenderism is self-destructive.
The homosexual movement shatters lives. Regret, despair, and suicide are common among those who adopt the T of the LGBT lifestyle.
If you choose to adopt the T of the LGBT community, you are a depressed moron. Fuck you.
Walt Heyer, a man who regrets having lived like a woman for many years, said, "I knew I wasn't a real woman. No matter what my identification document said, it was obviously a masquerade."
And here we go with the detransitioning shit. People detransition doesn't mean other people aren't actually trans. Just throwing that point out there. I know you guys already know that, but...
Transgenders not only annihilate their birth identity, they destroy everyone and everything in their wake: family, wife, children, brothers or sisters, and career. Certainly, this demonstrates the behavior of someone hell-bent on total self-destruction and self-harm.
Yeah, you destroy your whole family, every single person, and also your career for some reason. I think people who spend way too much time focusing on transgender people's lives ruin their life because they think about it so much, not the other way around.
Where will transgenderism lead us? Trans species?
If a man could pretend to be a woman, why can't he also pretend to be non-human?
Gender and non-human are two different things. Like, at least gender is like the same species.
Well, such a relativistic conclusion is regretfully already here. It's called trans species. It's also known as furries or otherkins.
Yup. Yeah, furries are part of the transgender community. You know, if you dress up as an animal, you are transgender. I can't believe this, like, he said this with a serious face, though.
When feelings replace reality, logic dies. The intellect, the highest part of man, is degraded. Man's animal side rules. And our godless culture pressures us to play along with these depraved fantasies.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Logic. What are we gonna do without it? It's like if you have one emotion, these guys are gonna be like, oh, shit. Oh, you have emotions. Ugh, that's gross. Ew. Ew, why don't you just use logic? Ugh.
Transgender ideology and religious persecution.
The transgender ideology may spark the worst type of religious persecution. Indeed, those who cheer the homosexual movement, whether they like it or not, are de facto servants of a new religion. Its doctrine? Transgender ideology. Its false god? Radical equality and reckless liberalism. Its ministers? Leaders of the homosexual movement.
Okay, so, yeah, we're a religion now. Being transgender is religion. I am your God. Can I be one of the ministers, please? I'm a leader. I'll be a leader in a protest.
It offends God. The desire to change one's biological sex not only denies reality, but it also offends God. Nobody is born male or female by chance. but in accordance with the plan of divine providence.
That was such a stupid last point. You could have ended it strong, and that's what you ended with. So other than religion, what is their rebuttal to transgender people? I want to know. Yeah, so that is the end of the video. I am glad that I have shared it with you. I hope that you have also lost some brain cells in the process. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching my video. As always, I will see you next week with a new video. The hardest part of my video is saying bye, because I don't know. I just want to say, okay, bye, but I feel like that's too short. Can we do it right now, though? Okay, bye.